Where is your, do you have a special place at the courthouse for this issue, or just any judge will come? How is the judge making the decision for you? Who are they?
Okay, so when you file a lawsuit, a judge is assigned by the court, and then the judge has a meeting with the attorneys and lays out a schedule for the proceedings, and the parties engage in what's called discovery, trading of documents and information, and then a trial date will be established by the court. And
is there a jury?
It depends on whether a jury is requested. The plaintiff, the employee in this case, would decide whether they want the case heard by a jury or not. But more often than not, it is a jury trial.
Because a lot of time we hear, I have been on jury, served jury.
Yes.
And, you get picked for that pool, and then you get picked for the court, the case. And then by the time you're going under to go, they settled. And what is that all about?
Most cases in today's world are settled.
Yeah.
And oftentimes it is on the eve of trial. And that's probably my least favorite aspect of the practice of law is, gearing up for trial, preparing for trial.
A lot of hours.
Immense effort involved. And you know that even though this may settle at the night before, you can't rely on that. You have to give it your absolute all. And
so who's settling that? Is the person that is suing says, okay, I'm tired, I don't want it? Or the lawyers talking to each other, convince each other? How did that work?
Well, in the federal system, which is where I do most of my work, the court actually requires the parties to get together in what is called mediation with a third-party professional mediator that tries to get the parties to, the plaintiff makes a demand and the defendant makes a small offer, and then it's back and forth and back and forth. And hopefully eventually they settle something somewhere in the middle. Sometimes not.
Sometimes not, yeah.
Right. But they're required to at least try. But it's an effort made by the attorneys. And obviously they're getting guidance and direction by their clients, but it's the attorneys that are doing the negotiating.
Yeah. And I have served as somebody when it was a law for, I'm an expert witness for certain, at Judge Benham's office.
In what field?
It was settling wills.
Oh, okay.
And the saddest thing about it that I saw, that somebody who is not familiar at all with the system, they fight like you would not believe it. The comments, they yell at each other, and then suddenly on the way out, oh, that was a good case. They shake hands, and that's what was like oxymoron. Here you were just screaming at each other, and on the way out, you're friendly. Is that something lawyers do?
Happy warriors. Well, all attorneys have different styles. I am not a terribly combative person. I don't like that, yelling and acting ugly. I just don't. That's not my thing. But there's a lot of theater involved in the practice of law.
There you go. I thought I was in a theater, to be honest with you. I thought, well, who gets the award now? Because it was just very unusual, the way they kind of get. And somehow, somewhere, the people that they're not familiar and they're selected for the jury or helping the judge understand what's going on. And the cases that I helped one time was the state coming and taking this elderly lady, did not have a will. Yeah. And there was only one little niece that helped her and died, and she thought she was going to get that money. It wasn't. The state came in.
Yeah.
And so people listening to this, they need to realize there's a law that protects you if there is a will.
Oh, yeah.
So, write it down, even with your own handwriting.
It's a whole complicated set of rules on how estates are settled when there is no will.
Yeah.